Topic right now is, when is a head and shoulders top formation confirmed or failed? So I was watching this one pretty closely and calling this as a head and shoulders top formation. We see the left shoulder here, we see the head here, a 1-2-3 top formation. Then we see the right shoulder, but it seems prices are going the other way now and not going down. So my conversation today was to compare the price of US dollar and Ethereum and Bitcoin versus Ethereum. We can see it's coming down here a little bit as Bitcoin is surging just this last couple minutes. And then I wanted to go over to Bitfinex US dollar chart and see where I marked out that potential 1-2-3 top, massive 1-2-3 top formation and the head and shoulders top formation. And it's really significant when we see it in the 5-year view for the potential parabolic top that it is. But the other part of me sees that the uptake of cell phone, a graph of the uptake of cell phones probably looked like this at one time, and then it went 10 times higher after that. So who knows what's going to go on with this, but it is at the verge now of completely annihilating this head and shoulders top formation. So I thought I would do a live stream. I sent it out to our private Discord chat, just a few guys on here at the time. I didn't give any warning about this. I just wanted to put this video out right at the time that the prices are moving on the charts. So I had moved a whole bunch of Bitcoin over to Ethereum. Now I've moved half of it back into Bitcoin. And since I am on the live YouTube channel, I'll be on here for a few minutes and give an opportunity for anybody who gets an email notification about it. Some of the public YouTube subscribers now will be getting this email notification about the live stream. So while I'm on, feel free to ask any questions there. And I'm going to continue to putt around and look at the charts right now. So if you have any questions about anything at all in the markets, feel free to spit it out. The other thing I wanted to do was to give a shout out to Tone Vase. If I go to YouTube and search for Tone, he is a very public and prolific producer of YouTube's videos on Bitcoin. And while I don't always agree with what he's saying here, sorry, I thought I'd just let that jet pass over. I don't always agree with what Tone is saying, but I really do like all of his stuff. And I hadn't subscribed to him on this channel. That's something. So it's fantastic to have met Tone at the Canada Ethereum Bitcoin Summit in Toronto over the weekend. It was an honor to shake his hand and to watch him in action. I sat sort of across the row from him, and as he set up for his live stream and everything, I was watching. And I wanted to photobomb him as they were taking some selfies there. But I managed to step up and get a selfie with Tone myself, and I do look forward to going to some other conferences and meeting some of the other heavyweights that are not just in Bitcoin, but heavyweights in YouTube publishing about Bitcoin. So right now, I'm certain that there are millions of people tuned in on Bitcoin taking off like this and watching it go. Nobody knows where this is going to end up. And since it's going up and it's profitable for me, I'm going to hold my winners. And at the same time, I do have quite a good selection of different altcoins that I have compiled up. And I'm certain that many of them are going to take a beating right now as the Bitcoin goes up. Many more of them are going to be hammered down to even better deal levels. So be patient while you're trading and wait for a good bottom formation to turn around and go the other direction. Because if we zoom out to the 3 month or the 1 year view, we can see that you could have been very, very excited about things back in March, but had to wait quite a damn long time to really take your profits on that top formation. So there really is no rush to move your Bitcoin over to the altcoins yet. Now that most of them have failed these bottom formations, there's going to be some time yet for everything to lay flat at the bottom before it turns around. There will be lots of time for us to be able to put on a position in almost any of these really good quality coins, technologies that are out there, even the ones that are more sketchy. There's going to be lots of opportunity, but I think it's going to take some time for these to wallow around a bit and change direction, change some volume before we're going to see some big moves again. Nothing really fast right now. Everything is being compressed down. And that's pretty much it for the tone of the market now. Just sit and wait, hold on to your things. And if you are interested in trading silver right now, I would recommend silver and gold because of the big, huge multi-year bottom formations that we are seeing in silver and gold. And you can move your Bitcoin over to one broker, referral link below, I suppose, and then you can do some trading, use your Bitcoin to go long in the world markets that are going up, and you grow your Bitcoin while you're making money on the price of silver going up. So there's a little tip that I hope is helpful. Where is that live dashboard? You did not get a link to the last intro video. You are definitely true. I did that last video for the series on digitalcurrencytraders.com, where there are 3 videos that you can sign up for free. And you can also, right now, you can go to digitalcurrencytraders.com, click on this, and claim a 30% discount just for my Canada FinTech Bitcoin and Ethereum Summit promo as a thank you for the event. So anybody who I met at the event, you can get your bonus. Anybody who's watching this, you can go here and get your bonus. Or sign up for the free webinars. And there are 3 of them that I teach. I think it's the most important part of the course. And I teach about how to make or how to think about Bitcoin, how to make Bitcoin. And I show you how I've made more than 11 Bitcoin in free money from the internet. And then I teach more about how to grow Bitcoin. Now the third part is essentially a PowerPoint of the presentation that I give in prior courses that I taught. So I took the videos that I made in prior courses and I put it in place on how to grow your Bitcoin. So that does teach you everything you need to know. Yet I'll still do the PowerPoint version of the presentation, and I'll redo these ones here as well and get as I'm more practiced at them now. Really fantastic to have anybody sign up for this, and I'd encourage you to leave a review if you genuinely think this will help somebody. That would be awesome to help get the word out more. So thank you for that awesome question. Take a look at Oh My God token and see if it has more potential. I'm very happy to have purchased into OMG coin on Bitfinex, but then I changed phones and I didn't change my 2-factor authentication, so I have to go through the process of getting back into my own account. But I suppose I can go to Bitfinex and go to OMG coin, and let's look at OMG Bitcoin, OMG US dollar. 3 months? Is it 3 months old? 1 year? So it's, I don't know, it's not 3 months old. It's 6 weeks old on the market. And I'm fortunate to have bought into it back in the very beginning of August here, or maybe it was here in this stage as it was making this formation and breaking out. I said, well, what can I do? But that's my trading formation. I have to trade the consolidation breakout higher. So I bought some and then I didn't pay attention and somebody pointed it out to me that it's doubled pretty much in value. So that turned out very well. Is it going to keep going up? I think so. But this double top here, it looks like the OMG BTC prices are going to be coming down. And there is always the, if this is margin traded market on Bitfinex, then there is always the possibility of a massive skewer backwards in an upward trend, which means that the big whales are seeing all the little guys putting in their long positions with their stop losses too close, and they just hammer the market, hit all your stop losses, soak everything up, and then the market recovers. And so a strategy for this is to put in some small little buy orders just above support below here. Just leave them linger. And if the whales do such an act that is so unlikely, then you're going to be there to soak up the money with them. And it happens all the time in the cryptocurrencies because it's so lightly traded, has such a small market cap. The big guys can really swing this, and they have the computer power to know exactly what they need to do to manipulate these markets. These are much different than traditional stock markets because we get to see much more data about the trades and the where the trades are, where the stop losses are. It's very easy compared to stock trading. So there's Bitstamp. OK Coin is moving too and really showing strength. And the live dashboard. What's with BTC? It is skyrocketing. Yes, Brendan, there are millions of people just buying a little bit of it. And millions of people just doing a little thing turns into more than we can really imagine. So let me get rid of this. So it's a massive trend. The great thing is that all of these trends are it's hard to get into Bitcoin. The hardest step is to get into Bitcoin, to take your fiat currency and to get Bitcoin. That's a pain in the butt. Once you're into Bitcoin, it's very slippery and easy to put your Bitcoin into altcoins. And so give these new people over the last 6 months who are just getting into cryptocurrencies, let's give them some time. I'm going to zoom back, 4-hour, 6-hour chart. Oh yeah, all the people who got in past this level, go to US dollar so I can keep that number in my head. Past $900, all the people who got in, especially now, they don't know anything about Bitcoin. They're getting in because of the hype. At the conference yesterday, there was people that hadn't purchased any Bitcoin at this conference, and they're getting in at $5,500 Canadian. And they weren't paying attention when it was $250 Canadian. They were poo-hooing it back in 2015 when it was great to stock up on it. So what I'm getting at is that I think there's going to be a retracement of Bitcoin, and as that happens, there's going to be a huge wave of money going into the cryptocurrencies, but it's going to take these new people some months of research before they really get to know what is Gollum. You know, instead of the character in Lord of the Rings. Where's my alphabet in my head? I don't have it. That's why. So this one has a lot of time to mature. It's an amazing market, but psychology of people who bought in at the news, right, the rumor of how good it's going to be, then it's a losing trade. The psychology is get out of it. They can't stand it anymore. They're getting out so they can get more Bitcoin, and it's going to drive this down. It's a fantastic project. And then as education happens over time, this is going to make a nice, beautiful bottom formation, and all of the cryptos are going to make a beautiful surge again, as they did back in March. But again, from September, October highs, which are nothing like this one, it took a lot of pain and recovery before the markets turned back around. And I think we're going to be in for a long haul for that as well. Just, it's human psychology. People were hurt. That the late investors that got in, they lost tons of money. But now turn our attention to silver and gold. That is silver. This is gold. Put your Bitcoin in. Well, I'm not actually giving trading advice. This is what I'm doing. And you can see here I've got a 10 times leverage trade in gold. and really noisy neighbors. Construction going on, I guess. So, any other questions? I know this is a quick and not regular thing to do for me. I'll get more frequent. Not only get more frequent, but I'll get onto a schedule so that people can expect what time information might be coming out, what time you can ask questions, and what time I'll be just sharing my random thoughts about trading. And I've got another channel on mining, another channel on the silver and gold, so you can check those out too. So if there's any other questions, I'd be happy to go over anything at all. Missed you Monday at the meetup. Yes, indeed. I missed you as well. There was such a big crowd there. It was I was inefficient at my networking, and likely would have been a better success to have gone in there early as I did, and then distribute my business cards onto every seat in the place. I would have met a lot of people that way through the following days as they're checking out the website. So that in my next conference I will do. Now, the classes are going and folks are learning and earning. I don't know if they're earning. That's up to everybody individually, but learning, that's, again, you got to dig in yourself and put both feet into it. There's been some people who've joined the seminars and I'd never see them again. And there's other people who are in there all the time chatting, and it's fantastic. I really like the group. So just quickly, you can see that we've got 17 people on and 40 more people who turn up quite regularly but are not on right now. We've got the forums in the back up there as well. Neo, which is used to be AntShares. Bittrex. Is this the symbol of it? AntShares? I think they've changed their number, but I can't, for me, this is too much for me to dig into now. I would, because it's gone up to these highs now, I have to stand aside and just watch it. So I'd have to wait for, human fear and greed, psychology to work its magic, and you'll get people who got in too late. As the price come down, they dump it, and it'll come down to the 50% level. And if it did come down to the 50% level, which just by my eye fits where support and resistance level is, if it did something like that and hovered here for a while, then that would give me a signal, a moment where I could say this is where the risk is small enough that I could put a little bit of my trade on and then add on if I'm correct. So I don't know enough about this one. I know it's supposed to be a platform on which apps can be built, and I want a piece of all of those. So I have some Lisk, I have some Ardor, I have some NXT, I have, of course, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic and Expanse. So if this is a platform on which apps can be built, I'll have some. But I'll wait for that moment for the charts to give me a signal that's tight enough for me to trade into. So maybe this isn't the right market, because look at that dead stuff over time. So I must have the wrong chart here. And she was now Neo, symbol Neo. Yeah, I searched for Neo, but it doesn't come up. N-E-O. Well, there it is. Woo! Yeah, I can't touch that either. That's already done. It's parabolic move. But it's so easy to see in hindsight, this kind of triangle formation build up, and then you get this explosion of volume. That's the kind of thing that I really look for. And that's the kind of thing that you look through past charts. When did it take off? When did it start taking off? And where is my trading signal in this? I would have to point out the bottom, this one. So now we have our 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. and then it broke above there. So that would be add on a little position and start building my overall position in the market. As it proves me correct, I want to buy more, I want to buy more, I want to buy more. And all of the currencies that are doing this pattern in the future, I want to pay attention. I want to pay attention day by day that if a market is doing this, I want to buy it. And then I also want to have my sell orders layered out at ridiculous levels, unthinkable levels at this time when we're running at 0004. There's no way you're imagining this going to go to 005 in that amount of time, and then up to 01. All right, so you have to have your sell orders layered out to unthinkable levels in these cryptos, and then sit back and take your hands off. Let the markets provide it to you and have that percentage of your sell orders layered out. So I'm looking for markets that are back here now, and I would watch this one for a retracement to the 50% level. If it comes back into these levels here and makes a support, then I could consider it, but it's way out of my reach now. And I said that same thing about Stratus as it went up. I said, well, I can't do it now. And I can't do it. And all the way up, I said, I can't do it now. I can't do it now. So those are my thoughts, and not trading recommendations, but just what my first gut thinking of it. The Discord is a private channel, and it comes with lifetime membership for the cryptocurrency trading course. So I want you to go through the free course beforehand, because those are the 3 most important things to learn. That it's more important than the paid course. And then when you're starting the paid course, you have to go through the risk control measures that I teach to keep your ass safe, seatbelt, before I start teaching you my trading signals. So you're really jumping into suicide by following trading signals without all that background and backup. It really is like stepping into the UFC ring. And if you don't have a plan, the market will extract its tuition from you just to teach you. So it's really good to learn about cryptos when the markets are not open. Learn about it by watching somebody else's mistakes and successes, and then test it in very small ways. I go over in there how I break up all my trades. Protocols are great investments. Yes, indeed. Follow, you can't. You have to pay. Head and shoulders breakout. Yeah, here we are right now. When you see the head and shoulders and it's doing this breakout, that is powerful. So if I can go back to my favorites, which helps me get to Bitcoin USD faster, who knows where this is going to go. Certainly this is a sign of much, much higher prices. There was a guy I was watching one time that did a description of how to tell how high something is going to go. So if I go back to the 3-month or 1-year view, so he said, if you take this level from where it was struggling and you stand that up straight, you'll get how high the market's going to go. Now we can see that it took, let's say this much, and now the market's gone that much. And I don't know how it works this way, but it does make me really watch for a top formation right now. So I'm really glad to be really pretty light in Bitcoin again. Back in March, I was very light in Bitcoin. I had everything invested into alts, and then I sold out of Bitcoin and alts, and I put it into Canadian dollar. Then I was mostly into Bitcoin. Now I'm mostly into alts. I was going into alts, lost money. Going into alts, lost money. Now I am mostly into alts, and I'm going to be sitting and holding. We'll see how that goes. 1 month. That is crazy. So anyway, I think everybody who's been involved in Bitcoin for a while is going to become extremely wealthy. So those predictions of Bitcoin becoming worth $1 million each, what would the chart look like as it's going up like that? There's got to be times where it's jumping 10 times in value within a few days, where just nobody's selling it. Absolutely nobody's selling it, and you have to bid up to the very few people who are selling it, and the price just goes right to the moon. then the selling may come back in, but there'll be a time where just nobody's selling it. Nobody wants to let go of any of it. It doesn't seem like we've got there yet. So I appreciate the 20 people who have dropped in. ADEX, the first decentralized app on Neo. You know what? I think I want to go back to university. I think it's time to go and learn how to program dApps. I have the time now. I have the money to pay for the university. But I think I'll wait till my daughter is 1 year old and then I'll do that. We'll see how that goes. She's due in a month. And when she's born, I'm going to have a birthday sale for her on my website. So if you guys do the free training now, wait for a month or 6 weeks, and I'll have a very good sale on the membership. And all of that money goes onto a paper wallet and is going to be put into a safe deposit box. We already have it, actually, the paper wallet in the safety deposit box, so that when we deposit money onto that address, there's no taking it out, because there is no private key except for on that paper in the safe deposit box in the bank. And that I'll give to her when she graduates university. We'll see what that is worth. And I'll be very happy to have all you guys helping out and make a golden path for her in the future. So any other questions? I'm going to sign off, and then I'm going to do a post about when I'll be doing live sessions and what the topics will be. So I want to cover a specific trading strategy or a specific indicator or a specific risk control method, basically a very small chunk of the course at a time. So over you really could go back through all my free videos on YouTube, and everything's there. You could learn some of the past courses are there for free if you do the research and dig in. It is there. I do want to help anybody who's willing to put the work in. So on that, I hope to see a whole bunch of people over onto Digital Currency Traders. Write down that special bonus, sign up for the free webinars, and go through that first steps of the free training. And especially if you've been there before, I'd be really grateful to have a review if you think this would really help somebody else out. So cheers, and high five again to Tone Vase for inspiring me. You're a really inspiring fellow, and I like the guts that you have to stand up for what you believe in. High five, and cheers, everybody.